Flyover Politic Podcast, the show for normal Americans. From his undisclosed bunker, here's your host, Tony Reed.
All right, tic-tac, paddywhack. This dude, I guess, was quoted or used by Taylor Swift, and was all over my feed. I don't know why.
There we go. Did you need something? I have to show you something, what I do. Okay. Oh, all right. That's how I just do it.
So this is the audio.
I already bought them. I bought 2 of the blue ones and 2 of the blue CDs.
I have to show you something, what I do.
If you remember, T-Dog used my sound to promote her album. But in one of her songs, this is one of the lyrics.
Do you really want to know where I was April 29th?
April 29th when I was born.
Yeah. She's not about you, dude. She likes douchebags. You're not a douchebag. So I thought that was kind of cute. The rest of this is not going to be cute. Today we're going a little serious so I don't get fucking copyrighted every 5.3 seconds. Let's do nose ring theory.
Don't judge a book by its cover, right?
I'm going to hold your hand with an industrial paper towel when I tell you that your comments saying nose ring theory are literally doing the opposite of what you think they are.
But yes, judge a nose by its ring.
I want to look this way.
Well, I assume someone didn't just brand you like that against your will.
I want you to be able to look at me and see that I am a safe space and that I don't tolerate bullshit.
Whoa now. There's no need to get so defensive.
You're coming in here like an emotional bull in a china shop, metaphorically knocking over vases, messing with my crew.
Still trying to not judge you by your horns. I mean, cover.
I want you to look at me and know, Donald Trump, man, honestly, what's going on in the world right now? The genocide in Gaza. And anybody who thinks any differently. Honestly. If I'm not for you, good.
And the nose ring theory record remains undefeated.
Unfucking defeated, man. These people, I remember this girl, and this is mommy issue, because she admits she has 3 mommies. But I went on something that looks like a twig. I think is that what her fucking name is? Let me see. What the fuck was her name? Something that looks like a twig. I think, let me pop it up. I want to make sure.
You're so smart.
To the guy's septum rings.
Alpha, oh my god.
Human embodiment of a twig.
You want to know something? You're so smart. You're so smart and you're so alpha. You're so alpha, oh my god. And I hope your mommy waits on you hand and foot. I hope she does. Do you want to know something? How about this? Does the conversation change now? Does it? Does it change?
No, you got 45 piercings.
Hi, nice to meet you. My name's Alyssa. I don't know if you know me. If you do know me, you know my family's crazy. If you don't know, my family's really crazy. I'm moving out of the state because I can't take it anymore. I just want you. The fact that Charlie Kirk exists and that there are men, thousands, millions maybe, even in this country, that believe the same things that he does are the reason that I make videos talking about men and why I will never stop making videos talking about men. Just watched a clip of him debating a woman on a college campus, and she brought up the fact that 1 in 5 women in this country have been sexually assaulted by a man in some way. And his first response was, "That's impossible."
This is 3 minutes of her hating on Charlie Kirk after he got murdered.
Of other people are attending. I have horrible judgment for trusting my own fucking boyfriend. You guys will never understand. You'll never understand. I have a theory that if we took Republicans and conservatives and we put them in a room with a group of any sort of like marginalized people that they tend to hate, basically, and we give them MDMA and then make them listen to every single one of these person's life stories, that we could get something done.
This is what the fuck I'm talking about. I opened my camera to talk about something else, okay? And you know what? I look like a man. I look like a man. I'm not saying it to be derogatory, okay? I look like a guy.
You know, I had a really rough childhood growing up. Like, I talk about it on my page. There's a lot of things that I went through that are very abnormal.
My daughter had a Monroe, a nose piercing, then 2 nose piercings, then a septum, 2 nose piercing, eyebrow piercing, a cheek piercing, and I don't even want to know where else she was piercing. And they go through the stages of hating every Christian. Then it's all conservatives. Then it's their parents made me this way. Then it's this. Then it's that. It's like they're all the same.
Very weird.
And I responded to this fucking wahoo with the simple thing: if everybody who wears a MAGA hat is a racist fucking piece of shit that needs to go to a re-education camp or murdered, as most of you think with Charlie Kirk, then you having a septum piercing means you're a fucking nut job. And then when somebody started arguing with me, I have a wife. She's MAGA. I'm not MAGA. She's MAGA. She wears a Trump shirt occasionally. The harassment she gets as a 58-year-old woman wearing that fucking shirt is unbelievable. Women say shit all the time. She doesn't hate black people. She doesn't go out and kill babies. She doesn't fuck panda bears. She doesn't do anything. She just thought he was better than the piece of shit you put up. So much better that she got up and voted for the first time in her life. Do I like Trump? No. But do I care that my wife does? No. Because in the scheme of all of this bullshit, they all suck. So who gives a fuck?
Not a lot of people have been through. And by the time that I was like 18 and moving out of my parents' house, I knew nothing. I literally knew nothing. I had no idea how to live on my own.
Why do you make videos like this?
Something else. I need you to understand the irony of this comment. The reason that women pick the bear is because they're more docile and they're not gonna like cut our arm off and shove it up our.
But do you need more proof? Yes, you do. Here we go. Every one of them. Here we go.
There has to be some dude in my comments going, septum ring theory.
What's the one thing that every person with a septum piercing has in common? The septum theory is going viral on social media as a way of describing the characteristics that those with septum rings allegedly share.
I look better with a septum than without one. I got a big schnoz. Look at this. Look at this. I take it out.
Now, the term is being used to unfairly dismiss the opinions of anyone who dares to post online with a septum ring, and pierced TikTokers are speaking out against it.
Let's get the obvious thing out of the way. I don't care who you are. If you put any time or energy into judging other people's body modifications and art, let alone taking the time out of your day to tell them you don't like what they've done with their own body, you're probably not a very pleasant person.
You guys spend all day telling everybody else you're a piece of shit.
We know y'all hate nose rings because it means a girl's over 18. We already know. Every single dude that comes to say nose ring theory is following underage girls.
This girl
Oh yeah, that's. Look at this.
About guys not liking her, and all the guys in her comment section told her it's her septum ring. That septum ring is holding you back. She decided to take out the septum ring to give it a try, and then she got mad that she liked the way she looked without the septum ring.
Yeah, it's always beautiful. Look at this beautiful lady.
I know it's probably really hard for you to accept that some people think that the religion you've dedicated your life to is a cult, but do you really want to spend the very limited amount of time you have left?
See, look at that.
The
Look at her.
Nose ring.
She's beautiful.
The good old nose ring theory still holds strong. Yeah, good.
Pretty
good
girl. Here's another pretty girl.
And if you're feeling triggered, then it sucks to suck. Cause I got a little secret for you. I don't give a fuck.
They're all the same. They're all the fucking same. They're all the fucking same. It's all the same.
Oh, you mean the theory that if a woman with a septum ring posts a picture or video of herself on the internet, her comment section will be swarmed with butthurt, sensitive
We just
little
covered this lady.
Comment talking shit, saying like nose ring theory. I say, my nose ring has been in longer than gay marriage has been legal. And I say that because I fully support. I am bi.
Septum ring theory is right every single time. Every single time without fail. Someone says that, they're a douchebag.
They're a
You spend more than
douchebag.
12 seconds on the internet, you're gonna see some 50-year-old in the comment section of a 20-something saying something like this, and it's like, baby girl, do you think that she got a nose ring to attract somebody like you? You do not have to like everything that's...
So the other day, I got an email from a woman that I found absolutely hilarious. She was pretty pissed about the fact that I pointed out that men don't like septum piercings, don't like the bull ring, as most men refer to it. Oh, she took great offense to my saying that, basically putting me on par with someone who would run over a box of puppies and kittens on the highway. But I do think it speaks.
For the record, I don't follow 20-somethings, and I don't say shit about anything. I rarely post anything. I only posted something because that girl went about the Charlie Kirk, and I just said, you prove septum ring theory, but you also prove you need some love in your life because you're a sad person. I've watched 20 of your fucking videos, and you need some psychiatric help. Go get it. This guy goes on, but there's a young guy who, Caleb Hammer, addresses septum ring theory.
Is there any like one thing that like stands out to you that you're like, oh, another one with a septum, like another one, like anything like that? No.
Well, I mean, sure. Sometimes if they're like roo rent control, like one of the most clear failed policies in the history of all of humanity that has never worked in one city it's been put in, just permitting gets cut in half the next day and rent goes up for everyone except for the few selected.
Bam. It's more than just the look. Listen, I'll be quite honest. I think one of the hottest things in the world is a woman with a sleeve and I don't mind the one nose, maybe a bunch of rings in her ear. I think that's hot. I never thought belly button ring was hot. I think it's kind of slutty. And I don't think, any of the other stuff, I've only been with, my wife, so I don't think if I ran into the cantina of a woman and it was full of fucking metal, that'd be a little weird. But the point is, it's what goes with it. And invariably what goes with it is fucking craziness. Enter Lily Tino. She's back.
Okay, guys, I wanted to touch on something that I saw the other day, but I just didn't feel like going back and forth with anybody, but forget it. I'm going to just say it anyway. I saw a video of a person called Lily Tino, who is a transgendered person who I think he wants to be female presenting, but he's a big man over 6 feet and he looks like a man. And he goes to places like restaurants and things like that and hopes to be misgendered so he can have his moment. It's very attention seeking and it's irritating for people who just trying to go day to day as best they know how. Well, his latest shenanigans, he went to Disney World, the place where people just want to have fun with their children and not have to deal with confrontation. And he decides to go into the women's restroom. Then when nobody said anything, he decides to go and pee standing up in hopes that someone will say something to him.
It was in fucking Disney World.
People don't hate the LGBT community. People getting tired of the tease because that group has become, it's gone from people who really want to be happy with who they feel that they are inside to a bunch of people who are switching to that title just so they can have a moment.
Yes, sirree.
Kind of ticking the public off, because at that point you're kind of infringing on other people's freedoms and rights. People just trying to live. They don't want to have to deal with what you got going on with your issues. To go in places where people are gainfully employed, to go in places where people are just trying to relax and kick back, hoping to have a confrontation and a moment and doing things to try to poke the bear, to make people say things to you so you can act like you're so oppressed. That is actually what's irritating, okay? It's not okay, and I think people should start speaking up about it because this Lily Tino person, it's going to be a bigger problem than what it is now because you might run into...
This is my entry into the campaign to deplatform Lily Tino. I'm saying this as a licensed therapist and someone who has worked with trans people for over 20 years. The messages this person is putting out onto the internet is genuinely harmful
Disneyland has permanently banned Lily Tino from entering after someone filmed him yesterday wearing a Minnie Mouse outfit at the park. This is a transgender influencer, and he is clearly doing this for attention.
He's got a friend
Lily
now.
Tino has made a new friend, and shocker, it's the same tired rage bait playbook wrapped in a new collab. No, people aren't confused. They're annoyed because this isn't education, it's provocation.
Those Disney bathroom selfies really got y'all upset, didn't it? People keep saying to me, really? You can't do that. But I can, because you know what? I don't want you to call me sir, but I'm going to mansplain everything to you right now.
Yes.
Probably the most insufferable, well, one of the most insufferable people on the damn internet.
Yeah.
You don't know who this is. This is Lily Tino.
The reality is, her whole bit is this. It's this fucking, I order food, I totally look like a fucking dude, and then, oh, by the way, you call me sir, I don't want the food now. And she gets people fired. She fucking, I mean, she's just a fucking, whatever. I don't know if he got his dick yanked or not. I know he's getting his balls done, and he did a whole video for kids. Because it's all about kids with these people, as we're going to go into Miss Rachel next. It's all about kids.
Y'all hear that?
Oh, it sounds like the consequences of your inactions.
British
Yes.
politics is becoming way more Americanized, and I feel like people are only just starting to realize how much the political atmosphere has actually changed. Because British politics used to be the NHS, tax, housing, transport, but now every 5 minutes the national conversation is the anti-woke agenda, traditional values.
Yeah, because you guys are fucking up the whole country, dumbass.
You'll of course remember what happened May 24th on Capitol Hill in Cal Anderson Park when peaceful worshipers tried to hold a music rally.
I remember.
Of course, Antifa did and the far left did what they've always done, and they disrupted it. They threw urine-filled balloons at the crowd. They tried to stop the worship rally from happening. They assaulted police officers, and there were 23 arrests. But at this point, we followed up with the prosecutor's office today. So it's been what, May, June, July, August, 3 months since this happened. 23 arrests, and we have not heard of a single case proceeding forward. In fact, I got a tip from a well-placed law enforcement source that not a single person arrested in that May 24th siege on peaceful Christians has been charged officially. And again, we reached out to the King County Prosecutor's Office and we reached out to the Seattle City Attorney's Office to confirm whether that's true. But it wouldn't surprise me because these people can get away with literally anything because they blamed the Christians for it. They blamed the peaceful Christians for it. The mayor did, all these LGBTQ groups or whatever it is, their presence was triggering to the far left. And so it's their fault for being there, exercising their First Amendment rights and worshiping. So that happened, and there's another one on Sunday. So this is being held by a pastor.
It happens all the time. You can burn down cities. You can burn them down, and you're going to have, and it's this group of people, you're going to have people like this lady right here say stuff like this.
I just think we need to make it clear that there can be no comparison between the Black Lives Matter movement and what we saw on January 6th. I just want to make that clear.
And that's not the suggestion.
Yeah, I know that wasn't I know that wasn't your suggestion, but you know, people that watch our show take away different things. So I just want to make that part clear. There were very limited destruction of property and
$4 billion. That's all we could get because the media wouldn't cover it. It was more than that. Portland alone is probably $1 billion by now. They destroyed everything in capital and commerce. They shut down downtown Portland because there's so much bullshit and they boarded up and quit. You got New York because they had all their shit. We just covered it. $180 billion is left. But no, BLM was just peaceful protester. It was fiery, but mostly peaceful. Why do people go after these Lily Tino people? Well, here's two examples. I don't know who this other person is, but they do it, and I thought they were a joke account, but I don't know.
I think Disney's going to ban me for this one. My corn dog is still intact. I'm not happy about that, but sadly it takes a long time to turn a corn dog into a inverted corn dog. I do hair removal.
Remember, we did this hair removal, that they're going to turn my corn dog inside out and it will become my vajayjay. Then you have this guy, which is our segue into Miss Rachel, saying, well, I think it's the best thing to do is to turn my nephew into a girl.
My sister has not let me see my nephew because I tried to convince my nephew that he was a girl and not a boy. I tried to convince him he was my niece and not my nephew. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Here we go.
He's transgender.
May
He
come as a
needs to
surprise
grow
to some
up to
people,
be
considering I'm
transgender.
actually a part
And
of
that's
the
what I was
LGBT.
helping push him to.
Oh boy.
That's what I was helping him to understand, that he was a girl, not a boy. I think everybody should at least have one child who is.
Is it trolling? I don't know. I thought it was, but I don't think it is. And then you get the accounts, kids gay stuff, which I was going to check it, and I will while we're playing these. We played on the show a year or 2 years ago. And then you have Miss Rachel.
I'm Mix Lins.
I played that. And the reason why I played that is because I thought it was important to cover cover that
Recognize me from my TED Talk.
that fucking people are making it like there's nothing wrong, there's no harm, there's no nothing. It's you're just a fucking bigot, man. You're just a fucking bigot. Well, everything she put out was intended for children.
Playful? Good. Can you say
So much so, this is your correlation.
Hello, Britt. What's
He
my
did it.
intention with the Miss Rachel video? To give parents the language that they need to have those conversations with kids. So it's for parents.
I have kids. I would never let them watch Miss Rachel. That chick is freaky deaky. I don't care what you guys have to say. She creeps me the fuck out. Mama? Mama? Yeah, I'm all set.
Today's letter is M. For Mom Donnie. Yay! Mom Donnie is brown, right? Which is better than white. Good. We're decriminalizing prostitution. We're decriminalizing prostitution. If Timmy has 2 houses and DeAndre has none, what should Timmy do?
The shit that I see on TikTok is crazy.
Now, I don't know if this lady's gone back to being normal or she's stupid.
People like me. If they give me an option, they say we're gonna put you in solitary confinement and make you watch Miss Rachel, or we could just throw you off a building. I would say, please the building. I would thank them for it. Actually, I'd be so grateful to not have to. Thank God. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. So this is pure slop. Okay, just because it's for kids and there's bright colors. This is what parents think. Oh, it's for kids and there's bright colors, so automatically it's wholesome. It's slop. Pure slop for little children. This is the 4-year-old equivalent of like Mr. Beast.
Yep.
And this is not, why are you talking like that? Okay? And if you say,
Bees buzzing around. Hey, do you think we could catch one? Let's try. Oh, I got one. Did you get one? I'm bringing home a baby.
Just peeking in on you. If you allow your children to watch Miss Rachel, please sit down and watch the show with them. Make a decision.
Yeah, because you don't need to. It had Madami. It pushed all sorts of shit.
To post a video of your child shirtless.
Hi. It seems to me that you and many others are part of a pattern that disproportionately blames mothers.
This is honestly so disturbing. Mom fridge has a TV. It was on YouTube. My son was watching. I just don't understand why people do stuff like this. We saw him watched her for so long that he was really freaked out when he saw this. YouTube Kids. Remember, we did it on the show, for those who don't know, and I put a 9-year-old account, and I could access every gay thing on there. Couldn't access Ben Shapiro, though.
Our content has become a go-to for parents seeking wholesome screen time. However, beneath the colorful animations and the catchy tunes that get stuck in your head lies a pattern of introducing controversial themes that many argue are inappropriate for young children. From featuring non-binary performers with explicit personal content to inviting high-profile transgender activists.
Money on the bus goes clink, clink, clink.
The buses are going to be free, though.
That's so wonderful.
Now, the buses may be free, but the people will not be.
Yes.
Hi, friends. I'm so excited to learn with you today.
Hi, friends. Assalamu alaikum.
There you go.
Hi.
Salam alaikum.
Mr. Tariq
Let's
is in
push.
medical school, and soon he'll become a doctor. What do you want to be when you grow up?
A jihadist.
Don't ever allow your children to watch Miss Rachel. She's a pawn for Satan. Satan likes to use her because she's a link directly to talk to your children. And after all, Satan comes as an angel of light. But this is what this woman wrote. I have a news flash for you, Miss Rachel. You're not a Christian. You're not a follower of Jesus because one who follows him does not promote and agree with sin.
You know, children who watch Miss Rachel on YouTube Kids, well, that might not be happening much longer. She's in major controversy right now, and it seems to be digging even deeper,
Free Palestine,
even as we speak. Today, we'll tell you what is the scandal, what's the controversy, and how is it that the female Fred Rogers has somehow managed to make people deeply bothered.
All right, let's move it along.
So I thought I deleted a comment and I accidentally hit like and hide. I don't know.
Claims she was just tapping to delete. Should you let your kid? She was just
play
tapping.
it for a bit.
What does that mean? She's just tapping?
Let's back up.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Blue Sky kind of channel, the Hap on the internet today. As we dive in, click the like button. We get a PhD level of understanding. Bizarre story, this time in kids' entertainment. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your eyes. Rachel has, popped out from behind the disguise. Mr. Rogers not. Kids YouTube star Miss Rachel apologizes for liking anti-Semitic comment. Tapping. What does that mean? She's just tapping? A little violent, I think, right? She was just to delete this from the New York Post. Folks, get ready. The real story is in the comments below. But first, let's go to the article. Cormac and Emily Crane. Should you let your kids watch this lady who just might be insane? Rachel caught liking call to free America from a certain demographic of people who sometimes wear the yarmulkes. Claims she was just tapping to delete in a tearful apology. Controversial kids YouTuber. She's controversial now. Well, you never want to be in the category where the news way if you're making kids content.
This guy's just boring.
Wonder how long.
Miss Rachel is canceled. At least that's what half the moms on the internet are saying. Here's everything about the Miss Rachel controversy in case you missed it, and I want to know your thoughts. Now, the uproar all started when Miss Rachel commented on this creator, Dylan Mulvaney's post, and said, sometime when you're in NYC, you should be on our show, Songs for Littles. We love you and your singing. Now, Dylan is a trans man. And this has people split 50-50 on whether this is appropriate to have an outwardly trans person on
Miss Rachel's new YouTube episode, she said today's letter is M. And you will not believe what was on the paper when she did turn it around. Letter M standed for Zoran Mondani. Obviously, parents all across YouTube and the nation are currently getting their kids off of watching her.
Then you have the correlation. Here is Miss Rachel. I'm going to push boom. I'm going to push stop. I'm going to go back. I want you to look. Now, first and foremost, she's doing the circle sign, so I was told that's racist. But she's got a septum piercing. It makes so much sense to me. And then you have people covering that it then went in right into the trans community. And here's another one about that.
So with this TikToker for cosplaying as Miss Rachel to teach kids about, well, let me just show you
what it means to be trans.
Bam, because Miss Rachel's going to get to it eventually. Here's a dude that is trans talking about all this bullshit.
Nowadays, we have grown men with beards wearing dresses going into the women's restroom. When I was younger, any normal person that felt like they were born in the wrong body was trying to be passable. And they were really wanting to live their life as a woman. And if you really think psychologically you were born in the wrong body, unfortunately, it's like a mental illness. But people hear illness and they just have a full spiral. So this new age of weirdos and predators trying to pretend they're trans or pretend they're this and harm women and children, that's my issue.
Bam. Read the comments of gay people, lesbian people. You can search up gay, lesbian, anti-trans on YouTube and you'll find whole accounts. There's a whole job. There is a chick that's a full-fledged fucking dude and she runs a channel on how fucking stupid it was. There's a lesbian lady that goes around like Liberty, Liberty, whatever the fuck it is, Liberty Hangout, and asks questions, and it's all about the gay and lesbian and fuck Jews and all the bullshit that they do, and she goes, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you know that if you go to Palestine, they murder us? Queer kids stuff. Yep, still here.
Hi friends, I'm Mix Lins. And I'm Teddy! We're the original creators of Queer Kid Stuff, an LGBTQ plus web series for kids and families. You might recognize me from my TED Talk, from my books, or even from my work in mainstream preschool media. We started Queer Kid Stuff together in 2016, and we've been spreading queer joy ever since. But it's been a while since we've put out any new episodes, and that's about to change. Woohoo! It's finally time to bring back Queer Kid Stuff.
She hasn't. This was a year ago. This, if you've never seen it, Queer Kid Stuff, directly, it's pushed to kids. She got into Paw Patrol. She got into mainlines. And that's, you can pretty much gauge any show that went woke for gay shit for little kids came from this fucking nut job who writes books and is thought of as an elite. I'm in my Asmongold phase. I like the dude because he's kind of like me. He's not a lib. He's not conservative. He just kind of, this is fucking stupid. And he says what the fuck he feels. Yes, I know he's a hermit. Yes, I know he's a millionaire and he never washes his hair. I don't know. I like the guy. My wife watched him. I don't know why she watched him. It popped up late at night. And we don't watch the gaming shit, but it's always entertaining because he's funny, I think. So he had this lady on, and I fucking looked it up, but I don't fucking remember her name. I suck ass. But her whole thing is how she hates, she fucking hates gay pride. So I'm going to play just the first 3 or 4 minutes because it's really good.
Oh boy, here we go. This will get people wild and out.
Pride Month is almost over. Thank God, because if I see another rainbow flag on my feed, I might buy a pack of Skittles and start slingshotting them at my screen.
No, 50-50, man.
My distaste may come as a surprise to some people, considering I'm actually a part of the LGBT community. In case you haven't noticed from my endless references to titties and busty Latinas in the past 10 videos, I like hot chicks. This is not a coming out video. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I don't need a rainbow flag and a teary-eyed video confessing the fact that I like big butts and I cannot lie, but it may be interesting to hear that I'm actually extremely ashamed to be a
She is the antithesis. If you've listened to the show, the first goddamn show I did over 10 years ago, literally was me talking about I don't understand vegans and I don't understand the queer, gay, whatever the fuck they're called community. I don't understand it. If I was gay, I want the hairiest lumberjack, manly motherfucking man I could ever find. That's what I'd be looking for, right? Because
this is
this girl's name's Finding Sky. Finding Sky is her name. Oh God, she's got another one about. Oh, I'm about to put that fucking thing on. That's fucking good. But if you're gay, you should want men. If you're a lesbian, you should like big butts and you can't deny, and tits. But invariably, there's always a feminine and a male in every one of these relationships. Yes, I know there are femme lesbians. I'm from Oregon. I'm not from the South originally. Got it. But my point is, why the fuckity fuck do you mimic it? And then if you're vegan, the joke was, well, fuck. You're eating a hamburger made out of mushrooms that tastes like hamburger. If I don't like hamburger and I don't like cows being murdered because I'm a weirdo and think that we're just supposed to eat grass, well, goddamn. Why would I eat something that tastes like beef? I wouldn't want to eat beef. I wouldn't want to eat chicken. I wouldn't want to eat anything that tastes like the thing that I say we shouldn't be eating. But they do. So when I heard this, it was nice to see. And she looks like a dude. She admits she's a dude.
Part of this community. And look, I know we've come a long way. There was a period of time when anyone who wasn't heterosexual was scrutinized or in severe cases even killed. And as glad as
that's true, because like a lot of people might forget that back in the day, people would even get like kind of lose sponsorships and stuff like that for talking about or like getting involved with anything that's gay. And instead of it being political correctness, it was family values. That was the term. That was the 2000s and the 1990s version of political correctness was family values.
And that I can walk down the street holding a girl's hand and not face the scrutiny. I also feel like we've passed the point of acceptance and are now at the point of blatant indoctrination. Someone has to say it. These pride parades have gotten disgusting. It's not even about acceptance anymore. It's a provocative and aggressive public display of hypersexuality and fetish. What was supposed
I agree with this. I don't think you should be able to do this out in public because this is a public place and there's children present. And so like this basically, I mean, this is a sexual fetish. And going around like this you're doing this for gratification. So if you're doing this in a public place and there are children present, I don't really think this is good for society.
Boom.
And I also think that like, I think most like.
And before you think, oh, he's a mega, he's not. He's me. I don't give a fuck if you fuck a panda or want to be an elf. It's none of my goddamn business. But why are you pushing it on kids, man? It doesn't make any sense.
Reasonable people see that. And I think it also alienates a lot of other, like, kind of, like, middle-of-the-road type people. Like, not people that are, like, homophobic, but people that are, like, maybe, it's like, oh, well, I like somebody that would be sad if their kid was gay, but they don't have a problem with gay people, right? So, like, they're a little bit kind of in the middle, and so they have a little bit of
And why would they be, I know this is annoying, a guy covering a video and me covering a video of a guy covering a video, but I would be sad because I want grandkids. That's the only reason I'd be sad. I don't care if Zach ended up wanting to suck dicks or my daughter Brittany was a lesbian. I didn't give a fuck. I just wanted grandkids. That's why they're sad. It isn't like a scarlet letter. It's like all this shit I talk about where the fucking fetish of fucking black guys. Are you in Jim Crow? People have been fucking black guys and black girls and everybody since slavery, bitch. So we got light-skinned blacks. So have blacks with blue eyes. And gay, come on. We haven't been the country that lambasted people for being gay for fucking ever. We just don't want our fucking kids seeing this shit. That dude's whipping a dude. Why is that? What is that about pride? Are you glad you're into BDSM? Well, that's cool, but we used to have just standards. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you can be a fucking deviant. Everybody's a deviant in some way. Conservatives are deviants sexually. Sex is an addiction. But you didn't go out in the street and say, I like my wife to peg me. That wasn't something we did back in the day, but now, oh yeah, I love it.
Comfort. This like pushes them towards like homophobia. I think so.
Yes,
I think
it does.
For a pretty obvious reason, right? It's because people that can't consent, young kids, are involved with this. Very problematic. Being like this is being themselves. Well, you can be yourself however you want, but when you go out into public, you no longer can just be yourself. If everybody was themselves in public, everybody would be shitting on the street. But we don't do that because there's an amount of behavior that's expected.
Supposed to be an accepting and innocent
Yeah.
space has turned into a hostile freak show. I didn't go to Pride, never will, unless it's to document the absurdity of it. But this is what LGBT is associated with now. It's no longer.
Yeah, I do think also like people with these like really display them. I think that basically.
I just want to get to our blurb.
And also like a bikini. If they go out to.
There we go. Here we go. Here we go.
It's about the intent. It is. It's about the intent.
Associated with peace, love, unity, and tolerance.
Yeah.
Instead, it's associated with hypersexualization, provocation, fetish, and bigotry. I don't know what happened to the days when we would encourage people to accept themselves and make peace with those who disagree with us. Because now we just scream obscenities at anyone even whispering a subtle argument.
This is the problem, right? Is that a lot of people that at it and
I should have edited this. I know.
Not hesitating to label any opposition as transphobic or homophobic. It's funny because we used to be the ones complaining about intolerance. Two girls holding hands in public were at risk of being fucking shot. They couldn't adopt kids, get married, start a family. So I completely understand why we spent so many years fighting for tolerance. But we have it now. And ever since
it's also that people want to just be able to be differently. Well, that's definitely not fair.
We've been shown tolerance, we're now the ones refusing to reciprocate it. We've now become the side that is intolerant to opposing beliefs. The script has flipped completely, and it's not for the better. See,
and it's true. It's true. I thought it was really groundbreaking. Finding Sky, she nails some shit. Next podcast, we're going to cover the cray-cray bullshit, Bonnie Blue and modern feminism, and how getting railed by 1,000 guys makes you a goddess who's got empowerment. So let's do our algorithm, and then we'll finish this tic-tac paddywhack. This is my Waffle House. I can get chicken.
If the plan doesn't work, change the plan.
This is from the Week of the Eagles this week, which was pretty fucking cool. I didn't go because I just didn't really feel like going. Look at this liberal. Stop glorifying
war culture that reveres veterans. Here I am in the D.C. airport, and there is a tribute to the veterans.
Shut up, bitch.
What's wrong with that? I found this online. It would be funny, but unfortunately, a lot of these people would fight for China. Me fighting for China because I didn't read the Temu guide.
Good morning and good night.
Thousands.
I wake up at 12.
I thought it was kind of funny. This one, for some reason, once again, I know women, when I was a drill, I learned that women are just like men and they say horrible shit. But this fucking cracked me the fuck up. I don't know why. Randomly thinking about how cool it would be to be his balls so I could hang with him all day. Wow. This is pretty fucking funny right here. I got this from Base Conservative.
So seductive.
Two ghetto chicks beating the shit out of themselves like ice skaters.
So I am Lisa. I was born in Melbourne. I started transitioning 6 or so months ago.
This is
I started
parody.
breast affirming care a few months after I started transitioning. Hello, let me ask you, do you have solar panels? No, do not hang up. I am not scamming you.
For someone that do call themselves a comedian.
It's funny. Take a goddamn Ritalin. That was funny as shit.
You've got young women now emulating this at
Look
20
at this shit.
and
What the fuck is that?
and
What is that?
23 and thinking this is the path of empowerment. Girls, open your eyes. Do you want to be like that at 50? Do you really? Does it look happy? Does it sound happy? Wake the F up.
This right here, I meant to play this out to the girl about the balls. This is hilarious.
Oh, I smacked my ass!
Manish on a beach, shebang.
Guys becoming fish. She's built like a Mack truck. This lady went viral after eating a spicy bowl from a treadmill cup holder. This fucking shit. What's wrong with you? First and foremost, you don't know what's been in that cup holder. Be boogers, blow rags from blowing your nose. Fucking, who the fuck knows? And that motherfucker got come running there, and now he's got a spicy bowl.
Spicy bowl before. Let's get into it. Dick grass. Hold on.
White people.
The area town where the Midwest was. What are we talking about? Go ahead.
No. Here's a Karen. He's a dude, so it should have said a Chad getting knocked the fuck out.
Well, then you probably shouldn't walk up to the camera.
Off my face.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Take the camera off my face.
That's not gonna happen.
1, 2, boop. Now, this is Liberty Troll. I don't like him. My wife watches it. I think what he does is kind of like a Chud the Builder, dumb shit. You're just provoking people. And this is a world you don't provoke people. It's why I carry a gun. I changed holsters again because my fucking in the belt one just didn't work anymore. And I went back to my nice outside underneath the shirt, carrying that shit. Pulling up my shirt when I need to expose it, putting the shirt back on, because you're going to run into somebody that you're not going to be able to knock out like this piece of shit right here, and you're going to regret it. So maybe, just maybe, stop being a dick. I didn't think it was cool. We watched 2, and this guy just was really having a bad day. And me and my wife got in a full argument on it because I said, you don't know, we need to have grace. I've had some really bad days that just somebody saying hello would have been cool. This guy was having a bad day. And why are you filming to begin with? I know it's a freedom of speech, First Amendment, blah, blah, blah. I would never even notice if somebody was filming me because I spend most of my time, I gotta go here, I gotta go there. I'm doing my thing, right? I'm not paying attention. But why in the name of Zeus's ass crack are you just going out to piss people off? And this was Florida, which shows that Florida's got a California problem. Here's another Pratt for mayor thingy bobber.
This mayor race is really heating up.
AI is helping this dude.
Haven't decided. Same. Haven't really been following it. Same. I'm not MAGA or anything. But the city's kind of gone to shit, though, right? Oh yeah. Jessica stepped on a needle at the playground the other day. I'm not MAGA or anything, though. I'm not MAGA or anything, but have you been downtown lately?
Do you notice how you have to do that? If you're in a blue space, you have to do that. If you're around blue people, you have to do it. Our society is so butt fucked up that I am a non-MAGA independent when I say this. Now, for those that don't know, the initiation of me doing this bullshit was because I started a thing in WSMV in Nashville. They had the bark box or complaint box or bitch box, I think is what it was called. And then they started that really shitty Reddit. You do a thread, you respond to somebody, and you got to scroll 95 pages to find it. And it was that before we got good forums. Then I went into a forum. And for pretty much 2003-ish, or maybe sooner, it might have been 99. 99 I started, first computer was 2000. I think it was 2000. I started U.S. politics online, and I would argue, and I wasn't conservative. But I started doing it, and I was out in the Mojave in a van down by the river, and I would just sit there and argue all day. But then you start learning the ways of the liberal. You didn't have the right punctuation. You used they're wrong. That's from Fox News. Well, you're this. And that they can call you a piece of shit. You call them a hypocrite, you get banned. I got banned because I called the guy a hypocrite. His name was Webb DuBose. He was the biggest racist motherfucker ever because Webb DuBose was a fucking racist motherfucking scholar. And everything was race. But everybody's got to do this now. You have to declare, I am not MAGA. And if you declare you're MAGA, well, you're a racist, all that shit. And these people get pissed off when you talk about nose piercings.
Looks like an episode of The Walking Dead. Not that I'm MAGA or anything, though. Spencer Pratt seems like he has some good ideas. Not that I'm MAGA or anything. He does seem really angry all the time.
This goes on, and it's the joke, is that, he's MAGA because he doesn't want to give everything to illegals for free and have people shitting on the street. This was a funny one. It is electric tools versus gas tools.
Gas, I see.
Electric chainsaw. I got a hedge over there if you want to trim it for me.
We'll be able to chop down this whole forest before you can even get that thing started.
Oh, you're going to get all these trees down before your battery dies in 12 minutes?
It'll last 14 minutes.
As soon as I get this thing started, I'm going to be running circles around you.
Maybe your gas is old and you should go get some more for $6 a gallon.
$6 is nothing compared to your $400 battery.
That's just the cost of going green, my guy.
One, we're literally cutting down trees. And two, where do you think the lithium in that battery came from?
Oh, heck yeah. This lithium is grass fed.
Let's settle this right here, right now. Let's see who can cut
That's
down
pretty funny.
trees.
You're on. Ready, set, go. Oh, shoot. Gotta charge
this thing started, I'm running circles around.
As soon as I charge this, you're done, dude.
Maybe I didn't put gas in it.
Pretty funny. Here's a dad, and this is dad life when you have a daughter.
Game. I'm not sure if you can tell what it is, but we're collecting every new type of flower we see on our walk, and we're putting it somewhere for safekeeping.
Yes.
So,
you dad, brother.
Up to 5 flowers.
Here we go.
Beautiful.
Oh, God. You dad, brother. This is every day in Yosemite. Look at this. That's the one I've never been to. The light hits the water. Oh, God, that's beautiful. I don't know what this lady's talking about, but I know it's not good.
I wish I could automatically file a restraining order against everyone in Los Angeles who plans on voting for Spencer Pratt. Like, you are too stupid to be within 90 feet of me.
That's a liberal. Here's a cop and his dog for our second to last video, so it's happy. No music for this. The dog dances. Here it comes. He jumps, dog jumps. He jumps, dog jumps. He jumps, dog jumps. He jumps, dog jumps. Dog jumping. So is he cute as shit. And our last one, Bazinga. Korean baseball's off the fucking chain. But she's Korean. She's not.
Clapper.
It's an advertisement for Clapper, and I downloaded it. It's not that good. Okay, to end this one, I kind of went back and looked at that Finding Sky. Then I went down a rabbit hole and decided to do this before I finish the Moss section on the other one, because this is pretty interesting. I'm going to have opposing views. This is view one. I did not know this, but there is hope for our world. Bonnie Blue got banned.
And on OnlyFans, and it only took turning herself into a zoo animal for it to happen. After sleeping with 1,000 men in a day and then revealing her plans to lock herself in a glass cage for the enjoyment of strangers, a line has finally been drawn. Maybe we shouldn't platform the Mr. Beast of porn. I slept with 1,000 men in 24 hours, clickbait. I screw a bunch of barely legal college students, clickbait. I locked myself in a glass cage full of incels, clickbait. Bait 'em, reel 'em in, print money. She applied the Mr. Beast formula to set. I'm just a clever I mean, she's kinda right. Look, if you're gonna indulge in a variety of you might as well capitalize on it. I mean, most of these women are giving it away in exchange for a free drink. This woman's on another level. This is female Genghis Khan, conqueror of incels. She's seen enough DNA to fix America's birth rate crisis. I've basically been a community worker. The only community work you've done is become a yellow traffic light.
Yeah.
Through. For everyone who's in
Bam.
shock over Bonnie Blue, with everyone with their jaw stuck on the floor seeing what she's done, I don't know why you're surprised. This is exactly what the sexual revolution was all about. Society has been encouraging people to exercise their freedom of choice in whatever way they desire. We have been discouraged from shaming any exercise of this freedom, no matter how egregious the behavior. And then Bonnie Blue comes along and does it better than anyone else, and now there's suddenly a problem. Now Sophie Rain, an OF girl, feels like she has the moral superiority to say that this is too far. Hold on a second. I thought it was her body, her choice. Aren't you happy? Didn't you get what you wanted? Are you not entertained?
So I'm glad that Bonnie's making her own decision.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not here to
people
tell you not to do
say
it.
I take women back 100 years. I'm like, no, I'm the clear example of how to be empowered. I use my body, I do what I want, when I want. And this is a thing you've been banging on about for years. And when I get hate, like when I click on the comments of these women that are like, oh, you're taking us back 100 years, then in their bio it says stay-at-home mom of two. I'm thinking, what was you rooting for?
Modern feminism has this really interesting double standard where it will claim it's her body, her choice, and then shame a woman for choosing to keep her body in the kitchen. The current culture supports women who have a one-night stand every week, but will shame a woman for choosing to stay at the house. Are these not equal exercises of a woman's free will? How come the way she's choosing to use her body becomes shameful and oppressive when she makes a choice that you don't like? If modern feminism was actually about celebrating women's freedom of choice, then both of these decisions would be celebrated equally. But they're not. This is why people question the honest intentions of the feminist movement. How much of it is really for women and how much of it has a different agenda?
Sex workers help, like, reduce rates by over 30%.
Where'd you pull that statistic out of?
That's bullshit.
Your three holes? It seems like Bonnie Blue's horrific stunt is calling some of these sexual liberties into moral question. How far can sex positivity go? Does anyone else think that we should maybe draw a line somewhere? It seems like even the government is starting to think so. Supreme Courts are upholding age verification laws for porn sites, something that should have been done, I don't know, when they first came out. And thanks to Ground News, I can see how both the left and right feel about this, with the right calling this a victory for protecting kids and the left seemingly valuing privacy much more. Look, man, if you're worried the government can see that you're watching furry content, maybe you should stop. Available as both a website and a mobile app, Ground News makes it easy to see the bias behind the right or sin. Ground News for sponsoring this video, and make sure to visit ground.
I agree with you that now that we've opened up female horizons with education, with jobs, with the capability of making money, but would you?
This guy's such a
if you were to
douchebag.
look at it selflessly, not about the ant, but about the ant farm.
I'm gonna get through to her ending.
Oh, I'm just gonna do what's best for me. And then she goes on to explain why the world would be a better place if more people thought like her. But really the fact that everyone is so busy being focused on themselves is really part of the problem. People have become so obsessed with their own individualism that they rarely consider the collective. I know we're talking about feminism specifically here because the topic is Bonnie Blue, but this is something that goes for everyone, male, female, they, them, whatever. People will choose whatever options in life satisfy their selfish desires if there have been no greater values instilled within them. The individual selfishly values materialism, indulgence, and pleasure. We don't live in a culture that values honor, temperance, and a lot of people will make the argument, oh, it's not the woman's fault, it's all the men who are participating. Okay, so if there's a drug dealer slanging dope on the street, are we going to exclusively blame the addicts?
Exactly. Reality is, going down the rabbit hole with her husband's a cuck, And he wanted his wife to do it, but then she went too far, and then he divorced her. High school sweethearts. They're in a messy divorce because she has more money than him, and he helped get her started. And she's where did this become female empowerment? When is this the ultimate status of femininity? Getting ran through. This guy goes on an opposite, which has merits. How is what she's doing, and she got basically banned for wanting to go through London naked and let anybody fuck her or touch her because she's a fucking freak. It's all excess to see how far she can take it. So they banned her, but this guy goes, well, really?
Bonnie Blue has been banned from OF, and the other girls are celebrating her downfall.
I just want to apologize.
Okay, let me reboot this. Yeah, I didn't pay attention. I downloaded like the 4 gigabyte one, which is too heavy duty. So here we go.
Blue has been banned from OF, and the other girls are celebrating her downfall.
I just want to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Yeah,
God, she's
if
disgusting.
all I did was post underwear pics for simp money, I'd be angry at the train lady too.
I mean, I'd love to be on the back of a lorry in a glass box, my way through the London.
You can call Bonnie Blue gross, but let's be real, she's making some of you girls look lazy, and that's the real problem you have. An official spokesperson for the website said that Bonnie Blue was banned for extreme content, which is not allowed on the website. What do they define as extreme content? Because I have a friend who is mentally disabled, and he's been on OnlyFans for years making content. I would argue that's much more extreme than the train lady. Sure, Bonnie Blue is filling up queues around the block, but at least those men are not coming off the short bus to be in her content. What are we defining as extreme here?
What you earn at the moment is upwards, you've let me know, of £600,000 a month.
Yes.
Because of the ban, Bonnie has reportedly lost more than $1.2 million in monthly revenue. However, thanks to her extensive experience with managing queues, she's found a new job at US Immigration. Unfortunately, she did lose it almost immediately because she just let every man in, no questions asked.
Are you going to destroy me?
I'm Lewis Spears. Welcome back to Lou Review.
He's got a point to an extent that maybe.
So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it.
2 seconds. Let me run this thing down.
Subscribe. Come and see me live. LouSpears.com. I'm touring. I'm going
and get it
to
off the fucking
There'll
screen.
be big queues. Bonnie's going to be there. She said. I don't know. Yeah, good luck, Bonnie. You set up your own payment system. You'll be all right.
Everything's extreme on OnlyFans. I think finally they took pause. There's a girl named Tiffany, Wisconsin. Wants to fuck 5,000 men for the summer. Lost her husband. Bonnie Blue lost her husband. Because they get in their head that they don't need a man no more. They got all these simps and subs. I don't need you. You don't want to fuck me anyway. You want me to watch me get fucked. Because you're a cuck. And they lose their freaking relationships. Why do I give a fuck? I really don't. I mean, it's up to you. You want to go be a fucking whore and get your vagina destroyed. That's on you. But, end run, sometime in life you're going to want to settle down. And as wrong as it is, porn's driven by men, they're not going to feed a hoe. They're just not going to feed a hoe. They're not going to want to marry a hoe. She was running around with some guy saying she was getting engaged to him. That was all a stunt. She cheated on him in 2 seconds. Her husband left her because she went crazy and probably the relationship went to hell because she's an arrogant little bitch who thinks she's hot. All of these girls have ruined other girls' life. If this was Christian, if Bonnie Blue, don't cast me down, was preaching religion and it was converting millions of the 1.4 million 18-year-olds every year to go to Jesus.com and become preachers, we'd have a problem. We'd call it indoctrination. We'd call it a bad example. Bad this, bad that. We need more religious filters And that's what we don't have. We don't have porn filters. These kids at 10 years old boys, 12-year-old girls seeing hardcore sex, their whole idea what sex is, what love is, it's all fucked up. They all think sex is fucking supposed to last 45 hours. Every man's supposed to have a freaking paper roll for a dick. And when they don't get that, they get upset. And they get in hookup culture. Then they just go, fuck it, I'm going to throw my fucking vagina all over the goddamn internet and call it a day. Not thinking long term, nobody wants you. Who wants to have a baby with you? How do you explain to your kid you were a hoe? Every one of these initial porn stars who ever went down and looked up their names. Just do it sometime. See what they did. They changed their name, they ran from it, or they found a cuck that will marry them. A guy who just didn't give a fuck. Or somebody was poly. And they started a family. And they had kids. And then they went back to hoeing. Because they're messed up in the head. The only validation they can feel about themselves is that men want to fuck them. That's the only thing they can find. Because they look in the mirror and they're empty. And they go, I'm not hot. But when they're online showing their vagina, yeah, guys type all sorts of shit while they're jerking off. But at the end of the day, they're not going to want to be with you, and they wouldn't date you unless, once again, they're a cuck. And since only 4% of the fucking country of the United States, by statistics, and is some form of the lifestyle, that's a small amount of cucks. There's not a lot of cucks. There's not a lot of quality guys. They're going to want to date a porn star. They're just not going to. Men want exclusivity. Just like women used to. Women used to want exclusivity. This whole sexual revolution shit started because women got sick of men cheating all the time. And it was men that were, in Gen X, it was men being man hoes. They're fucking everything, cheating all the time. Before me, boomers, sexual revolution. My wife's parents both cheated. My parents cheated. Everybody cheated. They just kind of did ping pong because it was sexual revolution. Every time we have one of these sexual revolutions, the nuclear family goes to shit. People don't want to have babies. They don't want to have kids. They don't want to have a family. And why do I care about it? It's not religion. But I think you're fucking your life up because to go your life without somebody with you sucks. The best part of my life is that I have that lady in the other room watching police shit right now, or probably how to bury a body, or how to not get caught killing your husband. I don't know. She's watching something about crime because she likes it. But every night we're going to sit on the couch and bullshit. We're going to fucking cuddle when we go to bed. I can share my successes. And when I fail, I got somebody to go, get up, you're good. Shake it the fuck off. Go get it. You need that person. We're not made to not have a mate. Whether it be gay, lesbian, straight, whatever the fuck you non-binaries do, that you're a transgender man lesbian, which means you're straight. Yeah, whatever. We all need somebody to share our life with. And when these girls follow the Bonnie Booloos, and Sophie Rain, and whatever the other British bitches that got into the news, and that's how we all found out about it, for being hoes, they regret it eventually. They all regret it. A lot of them turn into Christians because they try to fucking assuage their soul because they feel like shit. It didn't make them feel better, and eventually, as much as you want to take down the stigma of things, nose piercings, tattoos, that's why mine are hidden, porn, it's still a stigma, and it should be. You say you want a free society, but some shit, keep it in your bedroom, bro. Just keep it in your bedroom. So that wraps up our TikTok episode of Flyover Politics. So I'm changing things up now. You found it on SoundCloud. If not, you found it on YouTube. Linked right there. Emails, foppodcast@gmail.com. We're going to go with the next show being Wednesday, 27 May, Year Over Lord, 2026. Till then, disconnect from all your devices. Don't get the yeah-yeahs. Thanks for listening. Take care.